Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and find our inner Brock and Michelle.
Or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or this one, we just gonna say, what is the good one? Do we gonna do grandma and just Papa? Just generic.
Annie and Uncle.
Annie and Uncle and them.
And Uncle and
cousin. Everybody. We giving this a shout out to whoever hosting Thankstaking this holiday season. Usually it's grandma and grandpa house, right? But sometimes it's Annie and Uncle. So shout out to they love, because they invite you niggas over every holiday. Y'all come in their house with Tupperware ready and just ready to move forward with it. So happy Thankstaking, y'all.
Yes, and shout out to the niggas who are out there deep frying turkeys.
Oh my God. Niram brought, you talk about that in your check-in, because Niram keep manifesting shit that we don't got no business manifesting.
Shout out to y'all niggas deep frying turkeys.
Deep frying turkeys.
With occasion injections. Oh my goodness. You know that should be good.
I'm not a fan of Thankstaking, right? I think it should be indigenous person. I'm not a fan of Thankstaking, but I am a fan of the food and the gathering of the people. So I am getting a little bit lit for it. But no, don't you think about when you're growing up, you always went to somebody's house and it was always that black. Did you have a black couple house y'all went over for your family?
Yeah.
Who did y'all go over?
It was my cousins. And it was also my sisters, too.
Yeah.
She was married.
It was something about that black love. You can see just in the morning of how as I say, how they be moving, right? I remember my grandparents, even my parents, where like my grandfather and father always come in and be trying to touching them pots. You can't be touching them pots, right? It's a whole energy. It's a vibe. It's a mood, right, to do that. Maybe one day we'll be like that, Nero. We'll be somebody, grandma and papa, Meemaw, what they call them, and Peepaw.
He out there deep frying turkey.
Get away from my house, Niram.
I done told him.
We done paid it off. Come on, who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 199.
Oh my goodness, it is episode 199. Y'all hanging in there with us.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review.
Yeah.
On Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher. Leave us 199 more reviews.
Oh my goodness.
And follow us on all forms of social media. Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K.
What was that pause, Miriam? Is you okay?
No, my phone was ringing.
Who was it?
My mama.
Oh. Is she whipping up the turkey?
She probably
where is Thankstaking at for your family?
Probably my sister's house. Looking to flick of the wrist. My mama, but she bring all the Thankstaking stuff there. So my mama made greens 2 weeks ago. My mama do old people things for like a living, like make greens
and just freeze them,
and
not just a bag of greens, right? Because I'm known for making a double batch of greens and freezing a bag, right? Your mom make enough to feed like a Thanksgiving, right? She make enough greens for Thanksgiving
and just freeze it.
When I first met you, started dating you, I always was wondering, because it's just your mom living by herself, why did she have a full ass deep freezer for one person?
Because she's ready for the apocalypse.
What's it called?
Apocalypse.
Anyway, it's time for my check-in.
Yep. What's going on? I
am getting ready for Thankstaking, y'all. I'm ready for it. Thanksgiving or Thankstaking is probably one of my favorite holidays. It might be bigger than Christmas for me, right? Because it's just focused on the food and gratitude, and like it's just more focused on people, I think, and experiences. And sometimes Christmas can get really about things, especially when we got a lot of kids around. But what done happened here? Me and Niram was trying to find somewhere to go for Thankstaking. And not that I don't cook, like I enjoy cooking, but I was just like, do I need to cook all this food for 2 people, right? Like I just don't know if that's what I wanted. But so I had like a distant cousin who stays a couple hours, right, from here. And she's like, oh, y'all should come on through. So I'm like, yes, check box. I'm doing that, right? I ain't cooking shit, right? I'm texting her like, your family got allergies, sis, because I can provide dessert or drinks. I said wine and drinks, DRANKS. So I'm waiting for her to get back so I can pre-order my Susie Cake's Red Velvet. And then she got back with me and was like, oh, sorry, I didn't call you this weekend. Like, change your plans for Thanksgiving. I'm thinking she about to cancel. That's fine. Then she was like, we actually going to go over my husband's side of the family for Thanksgiving. And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, just give you a heads up. They don't drink at all. And I forgot where they from. Not Nigeria. Ghana or something. She's like, so it'd be a more traditional Ghana meal. And I'm like, shit.
They Igbo?
And I was just like, I like African food, right? It's all over. But the civil rights black crept out of me. And I didn't know how to ask appropriate. Like, is it going to be collard greens and macaroni and Because I like a good African feast, right? Like I say, pass the goat, my nigga. Pass that jollof, my nigga. Like, I can rock with the best of them. But my black ass mouth is fixed.
Which is fixed for?
For some, oh my goodness. Either some good baked chicken. That's my mouth watering. Good baked turkey with the gravy and the giblets. With some dressing. With some yams that taste like sugar. With some collard greens with all 3 meats in them. Potato salad. Sweet potato pie, peach cobbler with some vanilla ice cream on the side, macaroni and cheese. I already say potato salad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with some homemade cranberry sauce. And I only said 1 meat. I only said the chicken. So a good piece of ham with some diabetes, iced tea and or some red Kool-Aid. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's appropriate to ask, right? Because you know the African folks, I know from the continent, they do a mixture, right? So you'll get you some collard greens too, and you'll get you some jollof. Like it's just a mixture. It's more of a smorgasbord. Mm-hmm. But I just don't know if it's appropriate to be like, is it gonna be any nigga? Is it gonna be any civil rights black food there? Because the thing is, she know I like all types of food, right? So it wasn't a question of like, oh, do you have any allergies? No, nigga, I eat ham hocks. But I'm just not sure if I'm mentally prepared not to have black things on Thankstaking.
Naomi was going to show up like this.
What?
This is how Naomi wanted to show up for things.
Potatoes, tomatoes, lambs, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys.
Meanwhile, she still show up.
And they got some black eyed peas, jollof rice, and it's delicious, right? Some of that chicken, that seasoned, delicious, right? I'm not saying it ain't good. I have no doubt they can't burn. I fuck up African food. I fuck up island food, right? Don't get me confused, right? I can hang with the best, okay? You think I'm from the continent, but it's something about on Thankstaking and not having my cornbread that I don't know if I'm equipped. Because the thing is, we don't eat it a lot, right? Like we don't eat, it'd be different if it was back in Detroit, right? Because you eat soul food often.
Right.
So I'm actually like, yeah, let's do something different. But being out here in Silicon Valley, I just done been eating avocados and shit. And I just won't.
What you want?
I ain't heard that all season. You know how you had your mouth fixed. And the thing, I know it's gonna be good. They might do a good red snapper fried up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I know they food gonna be good. It's just the type of food. Do I want to play, right? And I don't want to. Like, first of all, I'm a guest of a guest, right? So I'm
you somebody's plus two,
like you know what I'm saying. So it's not appropriate for me to be like, well, what's she cooking,
right?
So I either need to just go and pray or just respectfully decline. Right, because this is my cousin. I can ask her, like, if it's at her house, I'd be like, hey, because that's what she was going to do, right? She black. She's civil rights black. He African. So it was going to be a mixture of food. Like, everybody was going to be happy. I'm sure she's going to cook for 3 days. Right. Making all that food,
she's
right?
She's going to cook for 40 days and 40 nights.
But that's what we used to, right? So we have some of his folks' food. We have some of our folks' food, right? And everybody eating. But I'm just not sure if that's going to be, because his sister, don't have no purpose to make a mixture of food, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Like these folks from these real continent, we ain't talking about y'all who listening to second generation. They be talking about the second generation. I said, well, y'all mean they from Africa too. So I don't know, Nero, what you think about it? What y'all think about it? Well, I guess y'all hear what I did.
All I want is that's all I want.
You name it.
And Naomi is like, we got an issue. And I was like, oh.
It's not an issue. I think if it was on any other holiday, I think if it was Christmas, New Year's, Memorial Day, any other, even Juneteenth, any other holiday, I think I'd be like, cool, whatever sis cooking, I'm going to eat it, right? Just put it in front of me, fine. But I think the combination of not having no civil rights black food and no liquor might be a rough one for me.
Oh my God. The whole tip in me want to be like, Naomi, that's you settling for the Western society.
What you
dishes,
mean?
And your ass need to go back and get rooted into the
I
continent
eat
with
the
your
continent
people.
food. I just on Thankstaking. It's just a certain thing I want my palate to have. And I'm just not sure, and it's not appropriate for me to ask. You're a guest of a guest, ma'am. You eat what the fuck is put in front of you. Because I come from that, right? You know, if you're a guest of a guest, you just have a seat. Wash your hands and have a seat, sis.
Meanwhile, Naomi's talking about making some gumbo.
Yeah, because I was going to do a gumbo for us since we won't be here for Thanksgiving, right? We don't need to cook a thick-ass meal. But if we do like a gumbo, we can eat it all weekend. Mm-hmm. And then we make a picture of hurricanes, and we can drink that all weekend. Mm-hmm. And then we can do some beignets. Mm-hmm. Come on. And then leftover beignets, make a little bread pudding from it. I had the weekend planned, but this threw it off.
It threw you all off, baby?
Yeah. Am I blowing this out of proproportion, y'all?
No.
Were you surprised? What happened if you just showed up and it was just like some red snapper? It's some red snapper, some jollof rice. You know, good, right? I love a good red snapper.
Ready for that. You know, it's been, because Naomi don't like to have fish with bones in it. So I got to get my mind ready. That I can't eat this, pick up the fish and just eat it. I got to be prepared for the bones.
Killed itself?
Because Naomi don't do fish with bones.
I don't. We fillet.
And it really bothers me.
And it ain't the same, right? From the continent, they ain't filleting no shit, right? You better put that shit up on the...
You can't fillet no damn red snapper, all them little bitty bones
fish, or if you eating like the fish heads and stuff, you eat that, right? You pull the meat off like the cheek and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's a different experience. It's good as fuck, but... Whew. So that's my... We'll let y'all know. Well, we don't have an episode this Friday, but we'll let y'all know next week how our Thanksgiving went. But I don't know, Nero. Like, do we need that much food in the house? Like, I don't know how to make small portions of collard greens. I don't know how to make a small batch of macaroni and cheese.
Oh.
I don't know. I guess I can make a small batch of chicken, just do chicken pieces. But I don't know how to make small batches of dressing. Mm-hmm. Like, at minimum, it's going to feed 6 people. I don't know how to downsize these recipes.
Mm. You don't know how to make dressing for 2 people?
No.
Oh.
Do y'all? Well, that's just a cornbread muffin with some celery on top. What is that?
Stupid. It's just a cornbread muffin with celery.
With just some celery and sage sprinkled on top. That's all that is. So I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess I always can make it and then freeze it, and we can have like some in a few weeks. I don't know. Oh, first world problems. We'll let y'all know how to go. The thing is, I really like this cousin too. You think she gonna free through? And I'd be like, no, thank you, because you know I'm on my crooked path, so I can't lie. I can't be like sick. I just gotta be like, oh, sis, you know what? We gonna be at home, and that's gonna be my Zet test. Thank you. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if that's come off shady. Nope. It's my truth though. My next update is, was you gonna say something there? Nope. My next update is there's a new show on Netflix. I know some folks was asking what we were watching. It's called the Klumpsky. Am I saying that right? Kaminsky. Can we spell that? Kaminsky. K-O-M. Both of us will stutter.
I-N men.
What?
S-K-Y. Ski. Kaminsky.
Don't do that. Don't make me check you like I check white people, because white people be having a hard time saying black and ethnic names, but they can say all them fucking Jewish names and all the Polish names with all those fucking consonants in them.
Don't get up your fucking feelings because your ass
don't come at me when I need a little help with these names.
You always need a little help. With any name.
I forgot. Is it Polish names with a lot of consonants in them?
I don't know.
And we have somebody, and they be saying it smooth as hell, and then it'd be somebody named Tyreek. They be like, Ty. Ooh, what is this? Tyree. What is it? Tyree. I'm like, Tyreek, nigga. What is this so hard? But you could just say that motherfucking last name with 24 letters.
Galifianakis. Galifianakis is hard to say.
I can't. Galifianakis?
Yes.
Oh, I'd be taking my time with them white people names and slaughtering them good. But so, anyway, I watched this show on Netflix, and it's really cute, y'all. If you're looking for this is also something that's nice and family friendly. So if you're looking for something to have in the background that everybody can watch as a family, and you can kind of go and come while it's on, this is another good show to do it. So it's with Michael Douglas, an OG, and Chuck Lorre, I think his name is. It's like some old white people who are like OG actors though. Like when you see their faces, you're gonna be like, damn. Like when I see Michael Douglas, it just say he getting old.
Yeah, he is.
But he is though.
He is old.
He is, right? This is not like one of them things where, sometimes we be funny, but no, he is getting old. Like, I'm thinking about Michael Douglas' Fatal Attraction. That was in the 80s. What? That was almost, what, 30-some years ago?
Yes.
And he was 30 then, honey. He was in his 40s then. So he's 70. So he in it. And what it is, it's a mini series. They're about 20 minutes long. And it's only about like 6 or 7 episodes. So it's like perfect for Thanksgiving. You can put it on, hit play, and let it just go the whole day. And it's about 2 men. And it's their relationship as older men. It's kind of like an elevated, grumpier old man. That's what it reminded me of. Like, grumpier old man was literally just grumpy old man. But you remember the movie?
Yeah.
I know we got some babies in 95. But this was like an elevated version of it, right? And it showed the friendship between these 2 men, like, later in life and what it meant. It low-key reminded me of you and Nia a little bit. Y'all could do it absolutely a black version when y'all become old black men.
Brother love matters.
Yes. It absolutely was like, oh, my God, this is them. This is them if something happened to me. Because what happened was one of the men, their like wife passed away. And the wife had to bring them in to be like, okay, now y'all got to take care of each other. And they were like, why? She was like, because y'all best friends. And they was like, oh, we best friends. She was like, well, who the fuck else?
Well, who are y'all then?
She's like, we too old for this shit. Like, we in our 70s. Y'all niggas talk almost every day, right? You are friends, right? And so the wife passes away. And it just shows how, like, they supported each other through it. They show what it is to kind of do, as I say, the 5th chapter of life, right? So the point of your life when you're retired, you got enough money, your kids are grown. So what do you mean? Like, what do you do in that space? How do you take it up, right? How do you have other relationships? So the guy who wife passed, he keep going back and forth to be like, when is it too soon for me to start dating? And his other friend, like, nigga, you old as hell. Like, you need to start dating in a month. Like, you only got a couple days left on earth. Like, and saying that shit and being okay with it, where the other guy whose wife didn't die, who was played by Michael Douglas, right? He'd on the opposite scale. Like, so he had 3 failed marriages and he's looking for somebody else, right? And it was just super interesting and seeing their dynamics with their kids. So their kids are in their like 30s or 40s, and one kid has kind of got their stuff together, but the other kid is like suffering from just on fuck shit, right? I like that because I think that transcends race, social, economic, right? When you have kids, so many kids, it's always that 1 or 2 that you like, you be fucking up.
Yeah.
And fucking up unnecessarily, right? So I think about this white woman who had everything kind of given to her, and her dad keep putting her back in rehab. She keep just doing fuck shit, right? And when you in the hood too, right? It's people who do that same thing too. So it was just kind of going on that whole journey with them as they're reinventing themselves, redefining their friendships, leaning on each other differently. One funny scene was where the wife died and they were going to the funeral home to plan everything. And the wife had stuff planned. But some stuff you can't get till you die. So she described the type of casket she wanted. And it was like reused wood or like driftwood from the ocean and shit. And so they was going to the funeral home director. And he was like, well, what about this copper here? Something like this. And the husband was like, no, you don't understand. This is what she wanted. Why can't we just go to the ocean, get some wood and build her a casket? And Michael does had to put him aside and be like, hey, you on some bullshit right now. Like, my niggas, you about to really pay $20,000 for a casket? Like, it was like that friend to be like, hey,
yeah,
you want some crazy shit right now. And you need to bring this shit back down to earth, right? So it was just super interesting. And they had this ongoing thing. I kept asking Niram. And it's like men's health. Like, men and peeing was a theme. That's why I had to ask Niram, is that a thing? Dude, peeing is really a thing for y'all?
Yes.
Like, they talked about how, like, I forgot the joke he made. Like, because he went in the restroom and he was like with some younger guys, and the younger guys were like peeing as normal. Mm-hmm. And he was peeing. He came back out with his friend. He was like, man, I feel old. I feel like I was peeing in Morris code. And then the other men next to me was just going for days and days. Talking about, you don't got to show out like that. Or they was like clowning each other with saying things. He said something rude to him, like, yeah, your ball's low hanging. Or something. It was just hilarious. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think to, like, man, what is it like to age? Like, what are the trials and tribulations y'all go through when you age?
You're peeing in your balls.
How they get low?
They just be hanging
he
low.
He said low hanging fruit like your balls or something like that. He was like, yeah, you should, because I think he was telling him to go meet someone.
And then our prostate gets swollen and that pee is hard to come on out.
Yeah, prostate cancer and prostate screenings was a huge thing.
And then, the whole dreaded doctor that stick the finger in your butt to check your prostate.
Then wiggle it around. And then I thought also it's interesting how they were
That's
talking.
why I pray for a doctor with small, skinny fingers.
I don't think it's about small or skinny. I think you want someone with very gentle movements because it can be short and pokey. And that's not comfortable. Anywho. But they're even talking about prostate cancer, right? And how many people like suffer from that, right? And people don't realize how common it is, right? So they were even seeing how people deliver the news to prostate cancer, right? It's almost like, oh, well, you gonna have something, right? If you coming in here and it's something with your flow and your urine and pee, it's something going on with your prostate. It's enlarged. And most likely if it's enlarged, there's some type of trace of something there. And how did he describe the cancer? You either got the snail, the tortoise, or the hare. Yeah. So the snail mean ain't nothing really happening, ain't nothing going on. You're probably gonna pass away from something else before this kicks up. Don't worry about it. The turtle's like, we better keep check on it. Something might come, maybe a surgery we need to do or chemo radiation. And then the hare is like, we got to move on this shit now, right? And saying like that's real shit. And then they talked about it's like, how do you live in this balance? It's a balance between when you both do and don't have cancer. And how do you live in that world? So I thought that was super interesting, especially because my father, he had or has prostate cancer, right? And going through that whole thing with him, right? So even though a few years back, like he had surgery to have it all removed, last year, right? Earlier this year, right? He came back. So he had to have like different radiation and stuff, right? And now he's back on like the every 3-month appointment, right? That has to be devastating, right? To have to continuously go through that. So you're like in this limbo. So it shedded a little bit of light for me on that. But as a man, you didn't watch all the episodes, but you watched a couple of them. What was your thoughts? You and Nia need to create a black male version of this.
This is what we got to look forward to. What? As we get older, prostate issues. And not peeing a lot.
Like a Morse code. When he said that, I almost hit the ground.
Or peeing in Morse code. I think that's one of the things that we got to look forward to, and I'm not really the happiest about it, but it's life.
Also, it's pushing me more, right? Y'all know I'm on this journey, right? The importance of taking care of yourself, too. Yeah. Right? You got to take care of yourself.
That's why I wear my mask whenever I go outside.
Come on. You got to. But I don't know. That's a story that's missing. Is that in a book form or TV or movie form that shows the relationship between black men? I would love to see that. Like maybe from childhood all the way up to like death. That would be huge.
They ain't got nothing like that.
Wow. And like having them with like kind of two different, like, and just telling a story. Like I don't need nothing crazy, right? Just tell life. So go through what it means to kind of go to school or not go to school, right? Getting the jobs, losing the jobs, finding the love of your life. Having kids or not having kids, losing parents, sickness, ups and downs, right? Like I think that's a story that I'm here for. I think women, especially not especially black women, but black women have more than black men, right? I think of like, even white women have tons of it. I think of like steel magnolias, fried green tomatoes, which are classics, but I would love to see like black versions of that. And I know they did a black version of steel magnolias a few years ago with Queen Latifah and Felicia Rashad, but it's just something about that story, that hero's journey, and going along with folks that I think is beautiful. And seeing the Kaminsky method, like was like, oh, that's missing. Right? I would love to see that in black movies, right? Like when do we get that back? Because I know, we had a moment we ain't want no more slavery. So we can't do no more slavery. I'm all set with cop movies too. I'm all set with black men getting shot by cops. You down? Yeah, I'm all set with that. I'm all set with that in movies and in real life, right? Like, it's too much to get it both. So I'm set with those two things. The same people who put up, I think after 12 Years a Slave, it was like a group of people came out, was like, we're all set with slave movies for the next decade. I'm going to come out and start the petition for I'm all set for black men getting shot by police in movies for the next decade. So give it a rest. Yeah. And we can come back to it. I'm not saying it's done forever, but I need a rest from that. And I would love to see a hero's journey. Of just friendship, right? No good or bad ending, but just ending, because that's what life is, right? Or maybe I'm getting too nostalgic. What do you think?
No, I look forward to seeing somebody make this.
Ooh, guess it can't be us for me. That's all I got. Niram's all set with me.
Is it my turn?
Go ahead. Oh, you're so shady.
What you mean?
Darren, you need to be sweet because I'm going to be one cooking some food. In a minute, you're going to have an instant Trader Joe's meal.
Don't you get me that vegan loaf.
You don't do that because there's some people eating that.
Don't worry, y'all. I had it one Thanksgiving.
Oh, my God. Were we recording that? Or we weren't at a podcast
I
then?
can't remember.
I don't think we had the podcast then. And guess what Shady Nyambi did? I made his and I had his vegan gravy and on his vegan food. And then
She
I
burnt
made
my shit too.
well, I thought it was hard. And then I had my I think I fried chicken. I had my shit to the side. And like we did 2 things of greens and everything.
I think that was the Thanksgiving I stopped being vegan because of you. Because there was just too much temptation in the house. Oh, baby, you can have your vegan loaf.
I said, let me chop it up for you. And I don't think it chopped well. I got like a butcher knife and I just...
Because she burnt it.
I don't know how to cook a fucking vegan loaf.
You followed her instructions.
Nigga, I did.
No, you didn't.
And Trader Joe's is a Trader Joe's lie.
No, you a lie. Because you know you don't follow no directions.
I put it in the universal black temperature, 350 for 35 minutes. I guess that's not what it like.
That's not what the instructions said.
I put it in with my macaroni.
And that's why my shit was burnt. You're supposed to put it in for 350 to 35 minutes or something's already cooked. It's vegan.
Oh, my macaroni. I put it in there with that. The macaroni already cooked.
Girl, bye. Shout out to Snoop Dogg for getting started on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Long time coming.
Mm-hmm. Well deserved.
Yeah.
You ain't have it? Come on.
I thought he did, but I guess it's about time.
Yeah.
I've been on this deep fried turkey kick. And
oh my God. If you want to get that deep fried turkey, you get that deep fried turkey, honey.
I don't know if I'm manifesting it,
you are.
but our neighbor, which is equivalent to Uncle Junebug.
Yeah. Everywhere we go, we find the Uncle Junebug.
He came to me and said, big fella, big fella, big fella. Don't mind me. I just been drinking.
He always say that. He always been drinking.
I'm just been drinking. But I want to know. I have a question for you.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga about to ask me? Do you play spades? Yeah, I play spades. Yes. Do you play dominoes? Yeah, I play dominoes. Yes. Do you play bid whist? I said, well, you know, bid is one of those things I ain't play. Oh,
I play bid whist. Now, I play that. Well, do I get an extra? I get an extra mark on my black card. I can play bid whist. I can't play spades, though.
How you... Out of all the shit you know how to play.
Because I grew up with old country black people, and they play bid in the South. They don't even call it whist. They call it bid. You play bid, not spades. Spades is a city thing.
Well, I'm trying to get a fourth for bid. It's almost like spades.
It's better.
But.
It's not. No, it ain't. He gonna get you caught up in bid whist.
Look, you drink alcohol? Yeah, I drink. What you like to drink? Oh, I drink that Crown. Ooh. You drink that Crown? That shit put hair on your chest.
That's how he sound? Y'all
yes, that is how he sound. Yeah. Ooh. Well, you know, I drink that Hennessy.
Oh, my God. The Hennessy.
And when I don't have enough money for Hennessy.
Oh, my God. Well, you don't got enough money for it. Well, you don't drink it.
I get that E&J.
Irk jerk?
That Irk jerk.
Oh, my goodness. Ooh.
Where you from? Detroit? You not a deep fried turkey?
Oh, my God.
I said, well, you know, I deep fried a few in my life. Do you inject it? I said, yeah. You know, my mama gave me this Cajun seasoning to put up in there. Cajun seasoning. Oh, well, I got this recipe I'm making. Why don't you go over there? I said, did you already inject this in the turkey? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'll pass. Well, you know, I'm deep frying some turkeys. And Wednesday, what you doing that Wednesday at 4 p.m.?
Oh, my God. He getting time, sonny.
Because I'm dropping 2 birds. Oh. I'm dropping 2 25-pound birds.
Mind y'all, we live in apartments.
Big fella.
There's no apartment here with more than 2 bedrooms. So where's 25 pounds? Who gonna eat 25 pounds? What's that, 50 pounds of turkey?
I'm dropping 2 of them.
And if you want to get down on this, you can make your own injection sauce, because I know you from Detroit, and you probably don't like what I like.
Oh, my God.
Because this time I had it vinegar in mine.
Oh, I do like vinegar now.
But the next time I'm going to add some of this irk in it.
Oh.
I'm going to add a little alcohol.
I don't want no cognac
out.
in my turkey. What?
And I was like, all right, man.
I don't want no
All right,
cognac in my
big
turkey.
fella. I'll see you later.
So I'm over here manifesting this.
If you want that turkey. If you want that, well, it's too late to pay Popeyes, I'm sure.
Let me see. Popeyes deep fried turkey. I'm surprised they ain't got none for sale.
If it's not too late to get the Popeyes, you can go get your Popeyes turkey. And I'll make the sides. I don't know who we're going to give the rest of it to.
I don't know. Because all the black people we know right now are vegan.
That's true.
Because my college roommate, he vegan for the year.
I almost said his name. You a lie.
He is.
You a bold ass lie.
I'm not lying.
Him and his wife.
Yes.
And the baby.
Yes. They went vegan for the year.
I don't want to go over their house. And the thing is, usually I'm not like this, y'all. I am not like this at all. Like, usually I am open and affirming. I eat everything.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, this year, my mouth is really fixed on really some nigga food. Is Popeye still selling it?
I don't know. Oh, it's only $39?
Yeah, it's not bad. Who you think You think Popeye's gonna go sell an $80 chicken turkey? You think this honey bake? You know, honey bake. He and the family got to start gathering money in October.
So yeah, so he vegan.
We about to get this 9 pieces for $8.99.
Tam and Dad vegan.
Everybody else.
Everybody else we know is vegan.
The only 9 ones, I don't know what they're gonna be eating. They might do the smorgasbord though, and that'd be lit too.
So I need to
I
go
don't
to
know
the
any
Popeyes.
African desserts though. Do you know any African desserts?
No, Africans don't have dessert. I'm playing. Don't y'all come for me.
Shut up, you a lie. Because I can't think of none. All the ones I was gonna name is gonna be more Caribbean or Latinx, right? That I don't know if it's necessarily from Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, what's the African desserts? Because that's what I volunteered to bring, honey. Can I bring a peach cobbler? Then I feel like the lady at the house is gonna look down on me.
I wonder if I can get this deep fried turkey via Uber Eats.
No. Okay, come on, Niram. You got something else going on. We'll have to look it up later. But if we can still order this Popeyes, we might be able to. Mm-hmm. We can get a Popeyes turkey,
The
honey.
thing is, I think I gotta go to the Popeyes.
Okay, well, we'll call them.
All right.
All right.
That's all was going on with me. I think that
Oh, my goodness. We don't got no good damn sense.
that made my day. So I'm gonna be out there playing spades and dominoes.
And I'm not.
With Uncle Junebug. It's entertaining. It's very.
I don't really play too
entertaining.
much with. I got to keep my real Uncle Junebug and the fake Uncle Junebug at a distance because I know how I can turn. I know it. I've seen this lullaby. I've seen this saga. And I don't have time.
You want to go into the Black Love Story?
Yeah, let's do a Black love story. So this week's Black love story is from David and Michelle, who have been together for 12 years. So our first question is, how did they meet? It says, I only can offer you the story from my perspective. Who's writing this? I guess we about to see them. Yeah. She said, I only get, or he said he only do it from, okay, let me go.
I'm assuming it's David.
You think it's David?
Yeah, I think it's David because I looked at the email.
Okay. It says, in 2003, I was working for a tech company in tech support. It was a 9 to 5, rather a 7 to 4. Oh, Jesus. Rather a 7 to 4. A coworker quit and suggested I do the same work and come with him to a different company, a gaming company, as a junior software engineer. Okay. I wasn't down for quitting, but I was interested in working for this company. My friend Pat set up an interview, and within 2 weeks, I was working that swing shift at 5 to 2 a.m. Come on! Oh, he bringing in that money. You know, I love folks who be working. Mm-hmm. So I had to be at my primary at 7 a.m. I was off at 4. As the job was in the next business part, it wasn't that big of the deal. But I had an hour between jobs, and I got home at 3 a.m., in bed at 3:30, up at 6 just to be at work at 7. Woo!
He was hustling.
Oh, my goodness. I was killing myself, and no one, including me, understood why. My primary job offered me OT at 4 hours a day, but I had to stay at my other company. 2 months into the job, a group of new hires were given a tour of the lab. That's when I saw. She tallied in with the group, and my eyes locked on her every move. She was beautiful. She haunted my every thought that night, but I resolved myself to never see her again. What, nigga? He writing a story. I like this one. He writing what's it called? Charles Weber.
You need some music in the background.
Working both jobs was definitely taking its toll on me. The gaming company asked me to leave, but I wanted to stick it out. Everyone thought I was mad. Why they ask you to leave? Okay, I'm focused. Then one Monday, she was sitting in the desk just behind me. Shit.
Because they brought in all those new hires.
Let me finish this story.
Okay.
She was sitting at the desk behind me. Shit. Say something. Nope. I couldn't. I was tired, unshaven, and I'm pretty sure I didn't smell too nice. Your ass was funky. But that didn't stop my eyes from sneaking a peek. Then it happened. Hi, I'm Michelle. Do you know how to save this bug? Yeah, it's easy. Well, y'all like I'm adding in.
Oh, okay. Is your voice acting back, baby?
Yes.
Okay.
I showed her and went back to my desk. Then it was like, hey, huh? You got my name? David? From that moment on, I was her friend. We took our lunches together, and sometimes I drive her home. He done drove her home. He only got 3 minutes before his next job. I love this. One day while eating lunch, I told her I was going to marry her. She didn't take me serious. The next week, I was fired from the gaming company. Yes, I went home and went to sleep. Why didn't you quit, David? But I got up to pick up Michelle. LOL. Michelle wasn't interested in me as a boyfriend, so I told her I'd always be her friend. She accepted that and made me court her for 9 months. Then at the end of the year, she allowed me to be her boyfriend. Her project at the company ended, and what did I do? I got her a job with my company. Come on! Mm-hmm. Now we are in 2004. We dated for a year, and it was great. We were a match mixed couple. Michelle is 5'10". I was 5'7". Just didn't seem to fit, but we did. It ain't no wrong. He act like he was gonna say I'm 4'11".
Right. You're like 3 inches.
I thought he was going to be like, I'm 4'1".
You put on the right gym shoes, you can gain those inches back.
And she 6'10". But I guess, some folks like the aesthetics of it, right? In the year 1998, I started writing a poem. It was a poem for my future wife. I had several girlfriends while writing this poem. I had performed it many times over. In December 2005, I had finally felt the poem was done. February 14, 2006, I posted the poem online and dedicated it to Michelle. I told her the person in the poem is for my wife. On February 14th, 2007, my once girlfriend, now wife, gave birth to our daughter. Some 12 years later, after fights and struggle and a second kid, Michelle and I are still together. We enjoy a family of 4. David the third. Is this Mecca?
Yeah.
You think it's Mecca?
Yeah,
Mecca. Mecca. Both are pretty.
Mecca.
Michelle and myself. A marriage isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Anyone can be with you when you're up, but can you stand the rain? Michelle stood my rain, and she's even shared her umbrella with me. Look, I know it's a long story, but it wasn't enough just to say black love is real. But I had to share my story with you to understand. Come on! Done been that job. Can we talk about his work ethic? He done got 3 hours of sleep for a year. But he was too bashful to say he liked the girl. Now I'm about to vouch for Michelle. Wasn't no damn bug. She was trying to get your attention, nigga. She probably been smiling and winking at you all week, and you just been
because his ass tired,
sleepy
and shit.
So I love that though. Or even when her contract was over, he was like, "Oh, well, I need to stay with her. Well, you need to come work for me, right? Like at this job.
I need to make sure your ass is near."
Come on, I love that.
Yeah.
Next it says, when did each of you know that your partner was the one? It says the first moment I saw her. It says, what's the key to the success of your relationship? It said, what?
It's just a bunch of laughing emojis.
Laughing emojis. You gotta laugh to keep from crying sometimes. So I'm taking that as sense of humor, keeping it light, beautiful. The next, it says, what advice would you give to young married couples? It says, never hold a grudge. Always give 100%. Never think your partner is putting in. Be ready to adjust and grow with your partner's direction. That's the truth. Grudges are real. Like I told you, I had to focus or what's the word I'm looking for? Recenter myself back on forgiveness and truly understanding what that is and not holding a grudge. I think we talked about it a few episodes ago. Like really being in a great grace-based covenant is really about.
I always go back to that grace-based
Nero
covenant.
paid what I say. I say it at least once a day. When he makes me mad, I'm like, well, it's good we're in a grace-based covenant. And thank you for the grace and mercy you're going to give me today. Thank you.
I can't stand you.
It recenter, right? So even if you're angriest at somebody and they say that to you, what you going to say? Fuck this covenant. Like, that ain't how it works, right? It helps you be like, all right, let me get my shit together. It says, anything else you want to tell us about your love story? And it says, I think I got it all above. This is so cute. And I'm looking at the picture of them, and it says the shirt that she's wearing says "I love black love." Oh, they're so cute. And y'all looking, they've been together for how long? About 12, 15 years. Y'all, what moisturizer? I'm really insecure about my skin routine right now. Like I feel like I'm looking rough. I have my dermatologist appointment in like 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, we do got that.
Yeah, I feel like my skin is just not on par with Michelle's. Or David, right? They glow. Well, Niram, you have good skin.
I know I do.
I have okay skin. Like now I'm getting hyperpigmentation. I have no idea where it's coming from. And it's bothering me. Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't necessarily have a lot of pimples, but I get hyperpigmentation. And it's like on my cheeks. And I don't wear a lot of makeup, right? Because when I wear makeup, it disappears. But I don't want to be one of them people where they wear makeup and then you see me normal. They're like, shit. That's what your face look like. You know, I like to underwhelm first.
Well, baby, we gonna get you to a dermatologist so you can get your Charlemagne on.
Y'all gonna stop. You know, Charlemagne do a lot of stuff.
No, because you know that nigga had hyperpigmentation.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And my thing is not, I can't even take it was like spots up, but it's like bigger spots, but it's like little bitty spots. So it looks like I had like pimples, but it's like little spots
Yeah,
of
it's like pock
hyperpigmentation.
marks, actually.
It look like pox?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, pox have indentations. It's smooth.
No, you don't have no indentations, baby.
That's what nigga with a pock is.
Let me see.
A pock mark is like the
Pock mark.
like the stabs in your face. You know, like old white man. Oh, now I'm trying to let me put my hair down. Now
No.
I'm insecure as bald.
No, you ain't got no pock mark.
Oh,
It's not.
go to images. Niram is trying the fuck out of me.
I'm trying you.
Look.
No, that ain't what you got. I misspoke. Jesus.
Because if that was I was gonna have to pay out of pocket to go to the dermatologist. But it's since I got out here, my skin has been like freaking out. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Because you know we're trying to get used to this desert shit.
Anyway, all to say, thank you, David and Michelle. Y'all are absolutely beautiful, and thank you so much for sharing your love story. I so appreciate it.
I think hyperpigmentation running our family though.
It does.
On both sides.
That's why I got to be on it. Mm-hmm. Y'all about to make me get some of that Fashion Fair lightning cream, but I'm scared I'm gonna put it on my face and I'm gonna look like Sammy Sosa.
Next.
Y'all seen Sammy Sosa lately?
Yes, looking like a Pink Panther.
So I'm too scared. That's why I gotta go to a professional. Because I think that's what the creams are for, right? Like if you have dark spots, it's supposed to light them, right? But I'm scared that if I put it on my face and I'ma just
fade away.
I'ma just fade away. And I'm not ready for that.
Me either.
Did you see Charlemagne? We're about to go on a pillow talk. Did you see Charlemagne do his live therapy session? I meant to watch that. Did y'all watch it?
I stood there as long as I could, but I ended up turning it off.
Why you had to turn it off? It wasn't good.
It was boring to me.
Well, therapy is not always juicy.
I know.
I'm hoping that's what they were trying to say. Like sometimes therapy is just about telling you how you feel.
And that's the thing. Like it was, I don't know. It was just boring, truthfully.
I didn't like the format of it.
And maybe they were just trying to I don't know what they're trying to do.
Destigmatize what it is to go to therapy, because some people have never been to therapy, so they have no idea what it is to go to the doctor's office, Go check in at the receptionist. I'm here for so-and-so. Sit on the couch. These are the questions they're going to ask. They might write some shit down. Like, I'm hoping that was the purpose of this episode, to show in and out what does it mean to go through a therapy session. But I don't know if that was the purpose.
Is this like a weekly thing, or is this just that one time?
I'm thinking it's a MTV how many ratings we got thing.
Oh.
But I would love to see it unpack more, right? But also you got to think about his privacy too, right? Like, I don't know how much.
Right. It ain't much you can really talk about with FERPA. I'm not FERPA.
FERPA? HIPAA. Yeah. I mean, unless he's signed over.
Yeah.
All right. I think it was thoughtful for what it is. Like, I don't know the long term of it, right? If it was to destigmatize what it means to go to, like, a therapist and show that it's not pain. It's not getting a shot, y'all. Like, it's not, like, going to a doctor. Like,
no.
And the person is literally there for you.
They're just talking.
Yeah.
It's just really just talking and a bunch of questions.
Yeah. And sometimes, to see your therapist, they give you a little homework.
It's a bunch of open-ended questions at that. And a lot of...
Why are you frustrated?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Tell me more. How so?
And it makes you unpack
How do you
that,
feel?
Right? Because, I mean, what we always say, the truth always in you. Right? But sometimes you need other folks to help you unpack it, to see it, right? So therapy, good diet, and Jesus, that help you unpack it. What?
Therapy, good diet, and Jesus.
Yeah, it helps. Therapy and a little working out. You know what I'm saying? You got to move your body. If you combine them 4 things, you can get through what you're going through.
Yeah, I agree. What we got?
Okay, we got some pillow talk. We're going to keep it a little bit light. How about that?
All right.
Y'all seen this New Orleans man that was arrested?
No, what happened?
We're going to read this. The headline is New Orleans man arrested for allegedly threatened to, air quote, blow the place up. He says he was referring to an impending bowel movement.
Hold on. What? Can you please reread
The headline says New Orleans man arrested for allegedly threatening to, air quote, blow the place up. He says he was referring to an impending bowel movement. Employees at the restaurant say he was in at the time claim and he was threatening to bomb the establishment. However, he said he just had to take a shit. He said, I'm going to read this. I think this is from Blavity. And it says Tanya Renee Sidhun, is that how you say her name? Wrote this. She goes on to say, Black slang can be lost in translation and the consequences are significant. According to TMZ, Arthur Posey was arrested at Willie's Chicken Shack, oh my God, in New Orleans for allegedly threatening to blow the bathroom up. Y'all about to close right now because I'm going to get the bomb and blow that place up, the restaurant employee claimed. The 30-year-old said. Posey said he was misunderstood and he was making use of a euphemism for defecation. The report went on to say city native told the authorities he needed to blow the bathroom up, releasing a number 2 that would significantly befoul the place. You know, sort of like Pops from Friday when he entered a restroom. The person who wrote it said, wait, what the fuck? According to the warrant obtained, I can't do this anymore. I'm all set.
They said a bomb threat?
He was arrested and faces 2 counts of communicating false information of planned arson. He has opportunity to argue his case later in court this month and will appeal for a mental competency hearing in November 29th.
Jesus.
What in the... This ain't white witchcraft. What is the nigga voodoo? Is this? What is this?
I don't know what the fuck this is.
What in the hoodoo?
Y'all about to look. So this how it was. Let me get my Uncle June. Woo! Y'all about to blow this bitch down. No, y'all about to close this restaurant right now because I got a bomb and I'm about to blow this bitch up. Woo! I'm about to blow this bathroom up. Ooh, my stomach is grumbling. Hello, 911.
Yes.
We have a black man.
Tyreek is in here saying he's about to blow this bitch up.
He's saying he's going to blow the bathroom up. And
but how not ethnic was it? Because they said they had the Willie's Chicken Shack.
You know Willie's Chicken Shack is gentrified.
Let me go on Yelp and see if... Let me go on Yelp and see.
It was Willie's Chicken Shack in New Orleans. So, yes, you know that's gentrified.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole franchise.
See?
Damn.
They gentrified Willie's Chicken.
It got good Yelp reviews. We got good chicken too, honey.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they sell margaritas. Okay,
Oh.
get back focused, Nero. Yeah, this is gentrified. This ain't a hood spot.
Ooh, I'm gonna blow that bathroom up, y'all.
Hello, 911.
I just was saying I was trying to take a shit.
My nigga, they got a whole, you know what you pour like Kool-Aid out of it, like a pitcher, but it's filled up with like peppers and vinegar, like pepper juice.
Ooh.
Look at this, Nero.
Oh,
These are my type of niggas. Okay, we done got unfocused. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know to feel a little sorry for him. I don't know to be like, hey nigga, you don't be talking about in the day and age we're in, talking about blowing things up and shooting people. Like you don't do that.
But baby, he had to take a shit.
Or you should have really clarified. Like that should have been the point where you said, I'm about to blow this up. He would have been better off saying, I need to take a shit. And I'm going to shit here on myself if I cannot get in this bathroom than blowing it up. But I seen that and I couldn't take no more. It was too much.
I'm gonna blow this bathroom up.
Oh my goodness.
What else you got for us?
We got 2 more things, then we got a kitchen table talk. Do you want to get serious or you want to keep it light still?
Keep it light.
Yeah, I got a story that I want us to pack. We probably do it next week. It's about Freddie D. Nero don't want to talk about it now, but it's like the confounding of his image, right? We see he is this great black archetype in our community. But sometimes we don't talk about the other stuff that went on, right? Sometimes we don't talk about him marrying that white woman who was 20 years his senior. Or how about his first wife couldn't that's something I wanted to unpack with the black community, but Nero said we got to wait till after the holidays.
Please wait till after the holidays.
Why you don't want to do it?
Because Thankstaking is coming up. We're trying to get people past.
Not mad at black men at the table.
Yes, we're trying to get people past the holiday. Let's do it.
Get them through it.
Yes, let's do it in between after Thanksgiving, that couple weeks period where, people are really getting together for Christmas. Let's do it somewhere in there.
All right. Well, speaking of blavity, and the same author, actually, I think it's Tanya again. She on a roll. She got a post called "How to Navigate Cuffing Season Based on Your Personality Type."
Oh, okay.
And I thought this was something cute, just to talk through really quick. So first, they got cuffing season as a whole schedule.
I told y'all cuffing season was a thing.
So they got scouting August 1st through the 31st. Drafting is September 1st through the 30th. Tryouts is October 1st to 31st. Right now, we're in preseason, which is November 1st through 30th.
Yeah.
Then actual, what, Nero?
Because, this is the time where you trying to figure out if they're going to be all right with the family.
This is when you take your first round pick, male or female, to Amy and them house to see how she interacts.
Exactly.
Right. And then December 1st through January 15th is actual cuffing season. And then the playoffs is January 16th to the 13th. And the championship game is Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You niggas. What's wrong with y'all?
Hey.
So she kind of broke down kind of stereotypes of kind of different groups of people and how to navigate through them. So the first one is a serial loner. It says, get out the house and get out of the house. Oh, and yes, get out the damn house. As they say, your boo won't come to you in the mail unless you're a fine ass FedEx driver. You have plenty of time to become the world's greatest hermit. Once the winter portion of cuffing season really gets into full swing, the difference is that you have some company. The loner status is advantageous since it's intriguing to approach one person on the flirting tip than a group of people. Cuffing season is especially great for loner types since it's just temporary. You'll be back on your regular schedule solo dolo program in no time. What do you think about the loner?
Yeah, we know a couple of loners.
Why do the loners don't want to get out? But the loners be wanting love.
They do.
But they just want the love to be like Uber Eat it to them.
Yes.
Poshmark. What is it called? The delivery service.
Grubhub.
They just want it to like Grubhub, and they just want the person to be delivered to them. The next one is the relationship hopper. So this is the other person who be in love with everybody I see. They constantly in a relationship with somebody.
Yep, I know some people like that too.
It says your pack will have one major thing inside. Focus. We're sure your roster is hella full and hella diverse. The only hard part will be narrowing down to just one cuffing buddy. That's the picky person. It says cuffing season is not a game. Demand is high and supply is low. All that pickiness needs to be eliminated or at the very least compromised. Maybe you can ease up on your 6'2" minimum height requirement. Does your cuffing boo have to look like Kelly Rowland or Michael B. Jordan? Let's reevaluate that. Variety is key to your starter pack unless you want to end up in the cold. The picky ones. You know them folks who be having lists, but the lists were written down. You be like, oh, wait, you wrote it out. They be like, and then they make it about the Lord. Well, the Lord told me to write it down. I put it in my Bible. What? Where that's at? The next one is the wannabe wifey husband. We know you are meant to walk down the aisle. However, who says you can't have fun on your way down there? Let's go all off any preconceived notions for the future and just enjoy the damn time you have now. Child, it is. I do got a friend who stay with a wedding dress. Like every time they bring up to him, they be like, yeah, I think he the one. I'm like, sis, just go to Red Lobster. Just go to happy hour.
Yeah.
The freshly broken up one. Cuffing season is where rebounds get caught or cuffed. The feeling of being on the rebound is similar to how one may feel during cuffing season. There is an urgent sense of desperation to get under somebody new ASAP. Your starter pack will include a muzzle for shutting up about your ex. Yeah, stop talking about your damn ex. Even if they be like, did you break up recently? You be like, not really, a few months ago. Look, yesterday.
Right. Fuck that, how I just broke with her 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Then lastly, you got the cynic. So don't believe in cuffing season as a practice. Here's your chance to open up your mind and your heart to embrace something new. Then you got the hopeless romantic. Y'all already know who them hopeless romantic, right? Who be just doing too much too soon, too fast. That's like our friend who be taking folks to steakhouse. Like, take that bitch to Panera. Actually start Starbucks and then work their ass up from there. So I just thought that was something cute to think about who you are. And I think the bigger thing of the story is to be open for it, right? I know we talk about like this cuffy season as it's coming up, right? It's okay to just date someone. Like, it's okay to date someone casual, and it's okay if it only lasts for 2 months. And if you had a great time for those 2 months, fine. Right. And it's nothing wrong with that. Right. Some people, I think they put up this facade like, well, I'm not just trying to get caught up in this time or I'm looking for my forever. Like, it's okay to let him take you to get Cheddar Bay biscuits.
What's wrong with that?
It's okay for him to take you to go see the lights. It's okay if you want her to take you to go to ice skate. Like, it's completely okay. It's okay if you want somebody to cuddle with you while you're watching a movie. Right. And they don't have to be your forever. So that's how I took it. What about you, Nirams?
Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing. Let that nigga take you out. Or let her take you out. Shit, whoever.
Have fun.
What's wrong with a little biscuit?
What? Oh, no, my God. Niram always going to make it wrong. Which one would you identify with?
Let me see.
Niram literally about to look.
No, I'm looking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a loner. Maybe the relationship hopper.
Yes. I would consider myself.
I think that's you though.
What?
You love a good long-term relationship.
What?
You be hopping all into them.
I was thinking either the serial loner or relationship hopper for me. Which you think a relationship hopper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I think I'm a close second to the loner. Like, if I'm not in a relationship, I'm solo dolo. Like, I don't want it, but I'm all set being like, oh yeah, that's my boo for now, and this is just what we do. Or yeah, I'm like SZA. Yeah, I'm with him Monday through Thursday, and he my weekend boo. I'm definitely that type.
Yeah.
Or I'll put people in different categories. I get to know people's families and stuff, and I'm able to swerve those types of questions without getting tied down. And they be like, oh, that's what's up. I'm like, oh no, I'm just not trying to be on lock. Do you think I'm good at that, Nero?
Yes, you be trying to swerve niggas.
I don't swerve. Don't do that. But friendship is big for me. Like I said, but on the flip side, sometimes I get lost in a friendship.
Let's just be friends.
Yeah.
All right.
What you thought about that one? I never said that to you. I did say that to you.
No, you didn't. You was like, what we doing here?
No, you said that, Nero. Don't be trying to. We can go back to episode 1 right now.
Well, let's go back
and pull up the tapes.
Pull it up.
You did not enjoy our friendship.
Yes.
You asked me, what were we?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it was you.
Okay.
So
we'll go back to the tapes.
You can pull it up. I don't care. Shit,
now he bold. Oh, he don't care.
Hey, I know what I said.
Yeah, I said what I said,
and I did.
Okay.
Well, happened to some kitchen table talk.
Near I'm getting real. Keep it up.
What?
You gonna have a 2-piece.
2-piece what?
For Thanksgiving.
Girl,
go ahead. What's our kitchen table talk?
I'm about to go order Popeyes.
What is kitchen table talk?
You know what? Cut the podcast. I'll go to
Popeyes. As always, submit your questions for Black Love. Come on, Nero.
Fuck this shit. I'm going to Popeyes. I'll talk to y'all niggas later.
Okay.
Love is ever evolving. Peace.
Nero.
Okay. So we got an update from Nicole. And she says, so this is an update. Should I read the previous email?
If you want to, or unless you want to summarize it.
So she sent a previous email. She says, "Long time no speak. I've been busy trying to figure out how to work like a mediocre white man. Haven't figured it out. Anywho, this is a situation where
Like the HR.
The HR
Colonizer
and Colonizer Valley, and she was like telling that dude like you doing some shit wrong or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And the white man looked at her like, how dare you, this black woman question me?
Yeah.
And she was trying to figure out, she feel like there's some coded colonizer language.
It is.
Behind his feedback because he told her that she was like too direct, or she feels like she's judging him or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, and her boss wanted to revisit his feedback. Mm-hmm. So she gave us an update. Mm-hmm. She says, "You two are amazing. Niram is right. I know I am. You need to allow us to give you some coins for this advice. More context. Yes, he's a long-term client.
Yeah, he's a VP.
And he's a VP. Mm-hmm. He'll be my client as long as I'm in this role, and he's a VP.
Get to know his ass. Yeah.
Yep. But he doesn't have any real influence in the organization.
No power.
Could be a source of his insecurities.
It is, and could.
Yes, he is known for being charming and nice as long as you discuss things within his scope of knowledge.
So slow.
Yeah.
He ain't the smartest. Yeah.
But when it's time to start talking about new ways to operate and manage or diversity, the gaslighting begins.
Yeah.
Also, he has a prior relationship with my boss because she supported him before she was promoted and before I was hired. When she supported him, she didn't have the time to do the work that I'm currently doing because she supported more clients groups than currently supported. Her relationship with him was more transactional. All right. My boss's plan is to eventually get out of the middle. My boss asks more questions about what does too direct look like and to give her examples of when I make him feel judged. In the end, he gave examples of me asking critical questions. My boss had to tell her, do you realize that as your business partner, that is her job to ask those questions?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Tony, we know the sauce. Isn't that exactly what we told them?
Yeah. So he was speechless.
Oh, I love when white people get speechless.
Oh my God.
Well, I didn't think about it. They get to tripping over they get to tripping over air. I just choking on air. What you choking on air for?
Oh shit. I think he was waiting for me for my boss to take his side and say Nicole was definitely out of pocket.
Yep.
The VP's boss is a C-level suite exec, and I have formed a relationship with him for the project that I'm currently working on in a different client group. I will be over the top, small talk, coffee chats, asking about the family dog, so that exec can go back to the raggedy VP and say, "I'm not sure.
What you're doing?
I'm not sure why you don't think."
Yeah, they know.
What you say? So I can say. So he can say, "I'm not sure why you don't get along with Nicole. She's great. LOL. Thanks for thanks again for always coming through with that great advice."
Good. I'm glad it worked out. I told you. Give me an example of what this looked like. It's always my question when they say something stupid. Can you give me an example?
No, I can't.
Because you got to make them repeat the stupid shit they just said.
Well, she asked me about this question.
She asked me why I need to be evaluated. My nigga, what? She asked me why there were no blacks in here. I said, isn't one enough? So good. I'm telling you, it's about working their language. And sis, please believe the rest of the folks know he's trash too. They absolutely know he's trash.
Yeah.
So that's sometimes the other thing, the unspoken, right? Well, I'm glad it worked out for you.
Yeah. You want to close out the podcast?
Absolutely. So, as always, to submit your Black Love stories, go to blacklovematters.com. And to submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us the email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. And to leave a comment about anything that we talked about, you can do that on our website, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Black Love Matters. Again, that's Black Love Matters with no K, any form of social media. Also, we have a voicemail. So, we're at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Y'all enjoy your Thankstaking. We're going to have Friday off to regroup with our family. We'll let y'all know on Monday if we had jollof or collard greens. And y'all be safe out there and take care of yourself. And Talk to you later, and remember,
Love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace.
See y'all Monday.